Welcome to the Don't Get Foolish Show with Big Red. Let's go. It's bam, bam. All right, boys and girls, cannot wait. Big Ree, cannot wait. Welcome to the weekly episode of the DGF show. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment below. We're going to start you guys off with the quote of the day. Quote of the day. It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. Once again, quote of the day. It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. Paul Bear Bryant, college football coach, Big Ree. I actually really love this quote of the day. Everybody wants a win. Who doesn't want to win? But who's willing to put in the work to win?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's willing to stay up nights, wake up early mornings, put in that work to get to where they want to win? And I'm not just talking about sports, to win at whatever you're trying to win at. Everybody wants to win, but you got to put in the work to win.
Right.
But anything you want to throw in about the quote of the day, Big Ree?
No, not really.
I love it. I really want to people really let that soak in, the quote of the day, because you got to put it in there. If you want that prize, you got to put in the work to get there. All right, let's get right into the BS segment of the show, Big Ree. Let's get right into the BS segment of the show. Everybody, there's been a lot of talk, a lot of DMs about where's the BS segment of the show, where'd it go? We missed the BS segment, so we're gonna get right into the BS segment. And I want to start the BS segment off with, about maybe 3 weeks ago, I had to go to the post office, Big Ree. Okay. Had to go to the post office, went over there, parked. There's a lot of lazy people out there, first of all. So everybody is fighting for like the spots in front of the post office, like that first row, right? Like nobody is willing to just, go one row or 2 rows back, park, and then just walk the extra 24 seconds to the post office. They want to be right up there, open the door, so whatever. I'm actually the opposite. Generally, wherever I go, I always like to park. I'll park wherever. I don't mind the extra walk.
Yeah.
And so I was there. I went to the post office, mailed something out, came back, was sitting in my car. And as I'm walking to my car, and I'm just looking around, and I noticed something. Okay. But I noticed something, and it was a little bit disturbing, but then I didn't pay too much attention to it, and I just moved on with my day. Then last week, Big Ree, probably around, I would say about 7 p.m.,
okay,
I go to the grocery store, pick up some stuff before I'm heading home, go to the grocery store, come, get my stuff, and then head on a side note. Are you a self-checkout kind of? We'll get to that afterwards. So I get my stuff from the grocery store. I walk to the car, put my stuff in the back, and then I'm in the car, start the car, and then once again, I'm sitting in my car before I'm about to, pull out, and I notice something again. The same thing that I noticed when I was in the parking lot of where the post office was.
Okay.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
I think so.
I'll let you guess where you think I'm going to go.
People fighting over a parking spot.
No. Give you one more guess if you want to guess. Otherwise, I'll just continue with my story.
No, I don't know.
In both places, I noticed shopping carts all over the place. I mean, all over the damn place. Not in the lane, in the place where the shopping carts go. Okay? And it was just so disturbing. I mean, what is wrong with people that they can't walk 10 feet and just put the shopping cart in the damn shopping cart area? What is wrong with people? So I just completely disturbed, and it made me think about that guy. I see him on YouTube from here to there, cart narc guy that goes around and messes with people that don't put their cart away properly. But what are your thoughts on people that just Are you one of those guys?
No, I'm the exact opposite. I specifically make sure to put it back.
Okay, I appreciate that, Reeves. That's very, very annoying, very frustrating. And it's not like there was like two or three carts, right? And it's like, hey, someone just was in a hurry, whatever. Literally, at each location, there was about 15 carts.
Yeah,
they were just spread out all over the parking lot. And it just was extremely annoying. What the hell is wrong with people? First, they don't want to park in the front. They don't want to just walk up, spend the extra 30 seconds a minute. But what's wrong with people? Why don't people just put their cart away?
Like you said, they're lazy. Lazy is the best way.
Just freaking.
And it's just like, oh, I got in my car. I put my stuff in the car here. Let me just put it here. And a lot of people are gonna say like, oh, I have kids, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gonna have their own BS excuse.
Yeah.
And I always think about it like, oh, what if I was the guy having to get the carts? Like, what if that was my job?
Yeah. And everyone wants to make an excuse. Oh, there's somebody that's doing that job. That's what they do. They go get the carts.
Yeah, that's gonna be that one. Yeah.
But it's just disturbing. Have some damn manners. Why can't people just, once you're done, just take the cart, go the extra 20 seconds, put it in because there's always a shopping cart in every lane where you can just put it. And usually there's one in the front and in the back, and some have it in the middle.
Yeah.
Just go and put it in the goddamn place. It was just, when I saw it at the post office, it was disturbing. But then literally, like a couple weeks later, it happened at the grocery store. I was like, dude, what is wrong with people? Anyhow, man, really just annoying. Really, and I almost wanted to hit up the Cartnar guy and be like, hey, man, you need to come out to this area and, do some videos because people have no respect over here. But back to my question. So are you a self-checkout guy or do you go to the lanes now?
Depends how many items I have.
What if you have 10 items?
I'll probably go to the lane.
The actual lane.
Yeah.
And wait for them and just put your stuff and let the lady or the cashier check you out. I ask you that because it just came up randomly that I read an article here in Los Angeles in the Long Beach area. There is no more self-checkout at certain places.
They're probably getting jacked, that's why.
And that's what I thought. Like people are just literally going there with, 10, 15 items and paying for 3.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
And they're like paying for 3 items. And then I was telling this actually to somebody else and they're like, oh, Ace, you haven't seen all the TikToks out there? Oh, well, I went to self-checkout. I went to the cashier and there's $250. And then I went to the self-checkout and it was only $17. And so I guess it makes sense that these guys stores are just getting ripped off. And they're like, no more self-checkout.
I think the thing is like self-checkout was supposed to save them money because it's a robot equivalent.
Yep.
But then they need someone to check the receipt right there. That's what they have to do.
And some places have that, or they're like somebody's watching. And some don't, and usually there's like 7 or 8 self-checkout places, and there's one person.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is, and you need like 3 people there.
Just people. What's wrong with people out there, man? People just can't behave, man. That's just what it is. But so that was kind of interesting. And then, we haven't gone out yet, Big Ree.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking about the food talk. We still on an update. We have not hit up the griddle yet.
Yeah.
Probably this weekend's going to be tough for me.
Yeah.
Most likely this is going to be a busy weekend. I got some other stuff going on, but I'm calling it right now. The following Saturday, which is
October 18th.
I say we go.
Okay.
Or I think we just set it in stone. There's
sounds like a plan.
So any of the boys that are in town, anybody that's part of our crew, or anybody just wants to join us, the griddle Saturday.
Hollywood.
In Hollywood, the 18th. Let's call it maybe
11?
Yeah, 11's a good, say it's between 10 and 11 we'll call it. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So anybody that's in, let us know. Open invitation. Let's hit up the griddle. I want to get Ree has been telling me that this place has big old pancakes. And I just love fluffy cakes. There's nothing like just big fluffy cakes, and just want some big fluffy cakes. So I've been waiting, just cannot stop thinking about those fluffy cakes, Big Ree. And so I cannot wait. And so we're calling it the 18th. Anybody that wants to go, let us know. And on that note, Big Ree, we have a trip that's preliminary in the works, right? It's probably pretty good, so we want to put it out there. Though we're gonna be in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Venetian Hotel and Resort. We're planning to go out there on the weekend of October 25th and 26th. Somebody in the crew's birthday, so we're gonna be out there for the weekend, and we're gonna hopefully have a meet and greet, and we'll watch college football game together, and so. That's going to be most likely on October 25th. That'll be that Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll put out more details as we get them, but just want to put that out there. If anybody is either in Vegas or going to be in Vegas that weekend, we would love to, meet up and have a meetup over there. So I cannot wait for that. Everybody knows I love Las Vegas. I know Big Ree is hot and warm on Vegas. It just depends, but
I'm just waiting for Egg and I.
Egg and I cannot wait for Egg and I, Big Ree. That's a staple when you go to Vegas. And I actually want to get a. I know we generally hit up a dinner buffet, but I actually want to get a brunch buffet on the docket. Are you okay with that?
We always do brunch. I thought Sunday brunch.
That a brunch buffet would be great.
Yeah,
I think let's hit up a brunch buffet. And I've been hearing good things about what's the one out there at
The Win?
No, not the Win. Caesars. The Bucknell. I've been hearing good things about that. So
yeah,
if anybody else has any suggestions on buffets outside of the Win and outside of the Cosmo, and it doesn't have to be anything super fancy. Maybe it can be some off the strip resort or just small resort. I don't care. I'll go wherever. Maybe it's like just a $20, $30 buffet. I'm down. So let us know. All right, Big Ree, anything else you want to throw in?
No, let's get into the shout-outs.
Let's get some shout-outs.
Shout out to Up One Money. He gave us a thanks, so gave a little donation. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We appreciate the donation. Thank you for looking out. Want to give a shout-out to Mark H. from Lansing, Michigan.
Shout out to Orlando Lay. Said, love the show. Appreciate the support, bro.
All right. Now I want to give a shout-out to Ed Zabrowski. First of all, Ed's a huge fan of the show, loyal supporter. He's a big fan of you, Big Ree. This guy, Ed, is really a big fan of Big Ree, and he just hit a big parlay. He just hit a big anytime touchdown parlay and then a big money line parlay, and he was up close to $1,000 this weekend. So shout out to Ed, loyal, always commenting, and so we appreciate it, Ed.
Shout out to Big Mud Hook.
All right, this guy's a loyal fan as well. I've been trying to get some information on where he's tuning in from so we can give him a shout out, and so we appreciate that. And we'll give a shout out to Mo Green, another loyal fan of the DGF show. And I'll give Mo one thing. Mo keeps it real. When he's happy with us, he'll give us our props. But when he's not happy, he's not scared to talk trash. And look, let's make this clear, boys and girls, everybody's tuning in. Our goal is to put cash in your pocket. That is our goal, Big Ree and me. We want to give you guys as much winners as possible so you guys can cash in. You can cash in. Your boys can cash in. Your girls can cash in. Your coworkers, your roommates, your family. That's the goal. So I just want to make that loud and clear. A lot of the times that happens, but sometimes it doesn't. But that is the goal. Nothing makes me more happier than putting cash, dinero in your pocket. All right, Big Ree, let's get to a recap of, college football week 6. Let's start off, with one of the big games, Miami and Florida State. That game looked like a doozy. Then Florida State made it interesting towards the end, and Miami held off 28-22.
Yeah, I have Florida State here, and this was just a complete doozy. I don't know. They just went crazy in the fourth quarter. The rest of the game was just a blowout.
Yeah, Miami blew them out on the road at Florida State. Texas A&M, Big Ree, 31-9 versus Mississippi State. They moved to 5-0. Are they the real deal?
Yes, I think so. Definitely.
Okay, on that note, they're 5-0. They're a top 10 team. Is Marcel Reed a Heisman candidate?
He should be.
I agree. That would be interesting. Here's the game of the week that everybody's talking about. UCLA Bruins 1-4, 0-4 prior to this game, upset Penn State 42-37, send Penn State to 3-2 and outside of the top 25. Big Ree, what do you have to say about this game?
I cannot even explain what I was saying. Like, it's just like nothing I can say. It's just like, wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
I mean, one of the biggest upsets in a long time. In a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, a top 10 team that goes down to such a horrible team. I mean, they fired Deshaun Foster as their coach about a week ago. This team looked like a complete mess, and they come out and Penn State put 16 points in the fourth. This was a blowout. I mean, UCLA didn't just get some last-second Hail Mary to win this game. They blew them out and handed them easily. I don't know what the hell is going on, but this is the same criticism. James Franklin.
Does he deserve the boot?
Nah, I don't think he deserves the boot. I mean, I think, he's their top-tier team every year. I think they got to be okay with just being a good top 15 team every year, but just never winning it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not bad. A lot of programs can't do that. So just, be a good team, make a good bowl game or make the playoffs every year, and then just hope and pray that maybe one year you actually win it. Kind of like Michigan. They were a really good team for a long time. They could never win it, and then one year they did win it. Yeah. So, Florida Gators upset Texas 29-21, send Texas out of the top 25 also. This was your pick, Big Ree. You said Florida would cover this easily. And what are your thoughts? I'll hand it off to you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Swamp is one of the hardest places to play. And as we both have been preaching, Arch Manning is very overrated. That's clear as day now. I mean, and Florida just came to play, and Texas had their chance at the end, and they couldn't come through.
That's really what it is. Florida played well, and all I got to say is Texas and Coach Steve Sarkisian got fooled. They got fooled thinking, we're going to get a Manning brother, one of the Manning brothers, the Manning lineage, and, Arch is going to take us to the promised land, and they got fooled. They should have not worried about Arch, got a solid transfer QB, and they would have been a top 5 team, probably made the championship game, but they decided to go with Arch. And their hopes for getting into the playoff are slim. They could still make the playoffs.
Very slim right now.
But they're outside of the top 25 right now. And all I got to say, go back to our earlier tapes, Arch. I think Arch has potential. He definitely has potential, but he's got to clean up his game. He's not ready yet.
Yeah, he's not.
Alabama beat Vanderbilt 30-14. Vanderbilt, first loss on the season. Not a bad game, actually. It was a pretty interesting game. But
Alabama actually backdoor cover, as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Usually it is the other way around, but they backdoor and covered that. Texas Tech 35-11 versus Houston. That was one of the games I liked. I thought Houston would keep it interesting, but Texas Tech started off on fire, and that was it. Game was over at halftime. Texas Tech for real?
I don't know. I gotta give them one more week, but they have played well so far.
Yeah. Cincinnati beat Iowa State 38-30. Both of those teams are not going anywhere.
Mediocre.
Yeah, mediocre teams. Michigan quietly 24-10 versus Wisconsin. They're 4-1 with a big game set up this week against USC in Los Angeles at the Coliseum, Big Ree.
Yeah, I will be in attendance. If you are at the game, please come see me.
It will be a great game. I will try to make it out. We'll see. It's going to be a game time decision, but that'll be a great game. You enjoy the game, Big Ree. And then, other than that, we just have Virginia beating Louisville 30-27. Not much else to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that was my lock. I mean, I got pulled. I mean, look, for Louisville, I was watching this game, the first half, 4th and 1.
Yep.
You go for it.
Yep.
They lateral the ball.
I saw that.
This guy fumbles it,
and they
return it. I'm just like, okay, going for it is fine, but why would you run that play in the first place? It should be a quarterback sneak or just a run handoff.
Bonehead play.
And then secondly, you guys just give up and let them get the touchdown.
Bonehead play.
And then secondly, they had the opportunity in overtime, and they messed up, got a penalty, and then they just got the touchdown. And that's it.
I mean, they had a chance. They had a chance here, and that they just lost a lot of momentum for them. They were driving.
Yeah, they were.
They were driving. They should easily picked up the first down and then continue, but then quickly 14-point swing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's hard to cover. That's 14 points, a big deal. That's the difference there. So let's get into NFL recap, Big Ree. The Niners upset the Rams. A lot of good games in the NFL. Niners upset the Rams 26-23 on Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, this says a lot about Mac Jones, Kyle Shanahan, because they were without their top 3 receivers, George Kittle, a lot of pieces missing. And the Niners just keep finding a way to win. So
got to give them credit. Got to give the Niners credit to be 4-1. I didn't expect that. And Mac Jones playing well, and in place of the injured Brock Purdy, he's playing well. Got to give them credit. And the Rams just, I don't know what to think about the Rams. They were at home.
I mean, technically, yeah, but not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's probably more Niner fans.
Probably 80%.
Was it that much?
Yeah, it still was that much.
Oh, that's not good. Colts beat up on the Raiders 40-6.
I mean, I did pick this game, but I will say I did not expect this.
No.
Man, Geno Smith is awful. They need to bench that guy.
This guy, Geno Smith, is just interception machine. That's really what it is. I mean, he's not that bad, but he just keeps throwing these bonehead picks.
What they need to do is feed Ashton Genty the ball 60% of the time, 67% of the time, and then let him have the dump off.
Well, why isn't Pete Carroll implementing
Pete Carroll is just like he tries to take all the risks, and Pete has nothing to lose on the first year because even if they're this bad, he's keeping the job. It's the mess around and find out the real. You know what I really want to say about it.
But I don't get it, dude. I think you got it. You picked this guy 6th overall, Ashton Genty, and you're not utilizing him.
Exactly. Like, why aren't you?
It doesn't make sense. The Saints got their first win versus the Giants.
Yeah, amazing call by you. I remember you picked this one.
Lock of the week.
Yeah, and I told all my friends too. I agreed with it. Everything just made sense. I mean, the Giants started out good and everyone was getting worried. Like, what were you guys talking about? I was like, yeah, just wait, don't trip.
Yes, sir. And then the Saints end up getting a double-digit win and got their first win. And, this Giants offense is going to struggle big time.
Yeah.
Big time. And they're not, I like the rookie out of Arizona State, Cam Scatterbo, but he's not a home run hitter.
They'll be good, I mean, but Dart will be good. I mean, just not this season.
He's a rookie. And you lost your top receiver. It's going to be a long season for this guy.
I mean, that fumble return was the game changer right there.
Yeah.
From Scatterbo, and then they returned it.
I want to talk about this next game. The Cowboys 37-22 over the Jets. And the Jets are at home. They're 0-5. And they scored 16 points in the fourth quarter. They look like complete crap.
Yeah, they're awful. I mean, the Jets are the Jets.
The Jets are the Jets. That's really what the Jets stink. And I've been saying this, the Jets stink, and I told there's some major changes in upper management. The Jets are going to continue to stink. I feel bad if you're a Jets fan. It's been a long, long time until you guys were even decent. And then you get even worse news. Your former QB gets into some incident in Indianapolis. I'm not going to get into that, but that's the Jets. That's the Jets for you. Broncos hand the Eagles their first loss. 21-17, Big Ree?
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty crazy. I mean, at the end, too. And kudos to Bo Nix and the Broncos. I mean, what the Eagles got to do is they just have to go with their run game. I think they're trying to force the ball.
Yep.
And A.J. Brown indirectly talks smack about Jalen Hurts because if they get that touchdown, I think the game's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looked like they were pressing the pass game.
Yeah.
And trying to satisfy their receivers, and they were at home, and it just didn't work out for them. Obviously, there is another element that Saquon Barkley is playing like complete crap. He only had, I think, 6 carries this game, but he's playing like complete crap right this year. Let's not hide that situation. He's playing like complete crap, but I think there's some bigger problems brewing with Philadelphia. To be honest, very concerning.
They could be in trouble, but I'm not panicking on them yet.
No, but I just think there's some big problems there. But even in the press conference, some reporter asked A.J. Brown, how is this loss different from the others? And AJ Brown had the perfect response to this guy. I mean, this is probably the interview of the year. He said, "It was a loss. That's what was different." And just that's all he said to him. And with a smile, like, what do you mean? How is it different? They've not lost all damn season. It was their first loss of the season. There's got to be some checks on these damn reporters that come in and ask these stupid questions to these players after the game or during halftime. It's just pretty silly. You got these reporters asking some stupid questions. Who's vetting these guys? Really unbelievable. I'm surprised more players are not just like, dudes, get out of here. Stop asking stupid questions. They're afraid of getting fined, but these reporters need to have some type of vet situation. Panthers 27-24 over the Dolphins, nothing to say. Texans 44-10 over the Ravens, Big Ree?
Yeah, I mean, I had this. Obviously, I first thought Lamar was going to play, but I still thought they were going to cover the plus 2.5 with Cooper Rush. But Ravens' defense is just awful. I mean, you can't. I mean, their defense is awful. There was no offense, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. 1-4, full panic mode for them, even if Lamar comes back.
Ravens' defense is horrible, completely crap. Harbaugh needs to be getting some criticism because he's hiring these coordinators. And we all know, everybody knows that the Harbaugh brothers run their staff. They might have all these coordinators, but they're handpicking these guys and they're making the ultimate decision and playing a big part in coordinating stuff.
Of course.
And Coach Harbaugh needs to take a lot of responsibility because this defense looks like complete crap. Complete crap. And then I want to give a shout out to CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, look at that. 23 for 27, 244, 4 touchdowns. Texans 2-3. Want to give a shout out to Stroud. I mean, on the road to have that type of performance, that's pretty good. But let's get into this game, Big Reeps. I know everybody wants to hear about the Titans. The Titans got a win versus the Cardinals, 22-21. One of the epic collapses that we've seen many times this year. What happened here?
Yeah, it's that play again. I think the coach literally punched the player. I'll show you the video after.
Really?
Yeah, literally on the sideline, he punched him.
Holy crap. And I don't blame him. Why do these guys, I think this guy's name is Amari DiMarcardo. I think this guy, he's out of TCU, maybe a second, third. Why are they doing this dumb bonehead move? This is a bonehead move. Why do these guys want to drop the ball right at the goal line? It doesn't make any effing sense, Big Ree.
It's so bad that the coaches need to do it in practice now. Like, they need to, okay, here, run it and don't.
It just doesn't make sense. Why do these guys drop the ball? It makes no sense. I mean, you're going from being 3-2 to 2-3. That's a big difference.
For sure.
And what is wrong here? What is wrong with these guys? Titans got to win. They still stink. Cam Ward stinks. But, I mean, what? Just completely. Then a shootout, Tampa Bay and Seattle, 38-35. I mean.
Yeah, Sam Darnold lost him the game. That's bad. That interception at the end is bad. Worst case should be overtime.
Yep. I agree with you 100%. And Baker continues to look good. And he keeps leading them. It's really impressive.
Yeah, and the rookie wide receiver, again, this guy's a stud. They got a steal on him.
Igbuka. And I said that, if you remember back in our first video, I said, this guy is going to be really good.
Yeah.
This guy's really good. He didn't get the recognition at Ohio State because of Jeremiah Smith. But this guy is going to be really good. And I said that. I really like this pick. And once they get Evans healthy and these guys got everybody, their offense is really good. I mean, if Baker can continue, obviously that's a big if, but if he can continue, these guys are really interesting. I'm not going to talk about the Lions beating the crappy Bengals. Is Zach Taylor on the hot seat?
No. He gets the BOD because Joe Burrow's out.
But I think at some point, man.
No, even if they lose every single game the rest of the way, he will not get fired.
I'm not sure if I'm buying that, Big Ree. I don't know if I'm buying that. I don't know. I think this guy is gonna have to take some responsibility here. I mean, these guys are looking like complete crap. They put up 21 points, Big Ree, in the fourth in this game. They look like complete crap. I mean, they are looking horrible. Horrible. You got to be competitive. Joe Burrow is out, but you got a bunch of professional NFL players. You got to do some coaching maneuvers so your team doesn't get embarrassed week in and week out. Commanders beat the Chargers 27-10.
Yeah, this was embarrassing on the Chargers standpoint. It was 10-0 and then 27 unanswered points. I know Omarion Hampton went down, but still, this is just atrocious.
They were up 10-0, and then Justin Herbert throws a damn pick in the red zone.
I heard it. I didn't watch this, so I just for the record, I heard it got tipped.
I don't care if it got tipped. Justin Herbert throwing interceptions and just bad maneuver. This is what you always say. They're the Chargers, and this is why they say they're the Chargers. Chargers just figure out a way to lose games. And you want to start buying into Justin Herbert, buying into, Coach John Harbaugh. And this is it. These guys are just the Chargers. That's what it is. Really disappointing there. Just when you think that these guys could be a legit team, they start doing bonehead stuff at home. At home. Very disappointing. Then the Pats upset the Bills 23-20. I put the Bills on upset alert, and your Pats came through. I figured this was going to be a close game, and at the end, I could see that the Pats could just win this game.
Yeah, this was crazy. I mean, I thought the Bills were going to pull it out. I mean, but yeah, kudos to Drake May. And I think Stephon Diggs took it a little personally, too.
Definitely did. 10 catches, 146. He definitely took it personal, and congrats to them. And you said this early on in our first video, in our futures video, that you really like the Patriots, and they're going to be really good.
Yeah,
and they started off slow, but they're starting to look good. And Drake May looks good. You got to give the guy credit. I don't think they have that much offensive talent, and he's putting it together. And then
we got the Monday night game going.
Monday night game, we just, the Jags just beat the Chiefs 31-28.
Yeah.
And good win. The Jaguars moved to 4-1. Big Ree, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, good win for them. I mean, everyone's just going to talk crap that Vegas came calling for the pass interference call where Trevor Lawrence threw an interception. But Mahomes had his chance at the end, and he couldn't come through. Everyone probably thought Mahomes was going to come through, but sorry, boys.
Got to give the Jags credit. This was one of my picks. I like the Jags. I figured they'd keep it competitive at home, and the Chiefs got to win, and everyone's going to jump the boat. I said this last week, and I'll say it again this week. We're not going to know what the Chiefs are about until they get Rashee Rice back,
which is week 7.
And then we got to give him. He's coming off a major injury, so we're gonna have to give him.
Imagine what we're
gonna give him a couple weeks to maybe week 10, 11 to see.
So
maybe week 12 to see what they're about. But they can keep it interesting. I like their defense. I think they're gonna make a run if Rashee looks pretty good.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Anything else, Big Ree, you want to throw in?
That's it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment.